building. I can't really say your name, Mr. FA. I'm going to take your initial. And it's true that Nkunku is coming to Chelsea Football Club. We all are discovering. It came last night from Germany, and this morning it been confirmed by Sky Sport, BBC, Talk Sport, Fabrizio Romano, Matt Lowe, who is very connected in the community. It just tells you that certain things nobody knows. So Chelsea been doing their businesses behind closed doors until somebody sells the news. So when you see something out there, it doesn't mean that Todd Boehly is the one spreading the news. It's just like the nature of this business right now is everybody want to sell the news. You can tell your friends, you can tell your family member, or somebody walking in the, there will be always somebody there that will link the news out there. So this news being sold by somebody to build, which is a big sport outlet there in Germany. So yeah, it's true, but it's not 100% done yet. But we jumped the queue. We just went there, offered him a contract, made him do some medicals already. But it will depend. The end of the day, he might change his mind, or Leipzig might say, we're not going to sell to Chelsea Football Club. We're going to sell you to PSG, for example, because they are offering more money. The release clause is about 60 million euros. So let's say another team come to the conversation and then, boom, they pay 75 to Leipzig. And then it's going to be another discussion here. So nothing is 100% done, but we are in pole position and we started already something that other people haven't started. So looks like it's going to happen. And with Leipzig, because we have some good relationship with them, we sold them Timo Werner literally for 20 million. Plus 5 million add-ons, depend on the performances. So I think Todd Boehly was trying to build some bridges here, okay? Scratch your back, you scratch mine, kind of. So some good relationship been built between us and Leipzig so far. So Nkunku signed a contract with Leipzig last summer, and he got a release clause which is going to be activated next summer, and he already started talks with Chelsea, had his medical and everything agreed. That just means anything can happen, but we are really in very good position, unless if they are not loyal, unless if they are like hypocrite or some bad people. I see us seeing this deal over the line. Okay, people. So Fernandes Magnifico said that, bro, Nkunku is good player, but it's a risk. I don't know any player in the world that is not a risk. Everybody is a risk. So if you're gonna stop living, you're gonna stop driving a car because there are so many accidents every single day, and then you're gonna just die in your house. You're not gonna get grocery, you're not gonna go to work, you're not gonna do anything in life. Life is about risks, and people who risk are the people who are billionaires today because they did something crazy, and you say, oh no, I'm not gonna do that because it's so much risk. That's how some people don't really advance in life, because they always think about negative side of everything, So look at Werner, but you're not saying look at look at other players that are successful in other leagues. You know, you didn't say look at Haaland. You just choose one example that is making your case. But you can say whatever you want about Timo Werner, but he scored not many goals as expected at Chelsea Football Club, but he won the Champions League and won three big trophies at Chelsea Football Club. He was good. He was working for the team. Just goals were missing. So, yeah, there we go. You think that I don't remember what you said when Haaland signed because you are Manchester United? You said he was going to flop because it won't work with Pep Guardiola. You are here, bro. I have you on the record. Stop lying. So you say it's a different breed now because he's scoring goals. But every transfer is a big risk. Okay, you can bring Morata, you can bring Lukaku, Vlahovic or whatever. It's always a risk. It's always a risk. And tell me, in that Chelsea team, who really improved? Who really improved in that Chelsea team? Nobody improved. Kai Havertz the same. Mason Mount the same. Callum Hudson-Odoi the same. So I'm not saying that it's only the coaching or the system issues, because Timo Werner was missing a lot of chances. But you have to take it to consideration. Nothing improved in that attack. How much services he was getting. So you can make whatever theory you want just to make your case, but it doesn't make it true because you pick up one player that didn't apparently work for you, but he worked for Chelsea Football Club, won the Champions League. When was the last time Manchester United won any significant trophy? Okay? Just tell me when was the last time. But I don't care if even you don't score, but you win me big trophies and you play a role in a team. So depending on how you see it, how your theory and narrative is about Werner. But Werner for me was very successful at Chelsea Football Club. He didn't reach his potential for one reason or another one. But you're not going to come here and convince me that, oh, Haaland is a different breed when you were here. I have you on the record saying how Haaland was going to flop. So you are the one who is flip-flopping and making theories. You know what I mean? So Magnifico, I understand your bitterness because we got Nkunku, but like I said, everything in life you need a risk. Somebody who created airplane, people had to die. He needed to die trying something. You know what I mean? So if you're going to stay there and say, okay, I'm not going to buy somebody because Werner apparently was a risk, and then stop getting Jadon Sancho, stop getting Erling Haaland, stop getting Upamecano or Konate or Bobby Firmino. Stop just buying any player in the world because it's a risk. I don't know how you think in your world, but there is nothing that is risk-free. Risk-free. Rudiger also. Yeah, Rudiger is a good example, even though he came from Italy, not from Germany directly, but I know what you mean. And Rudiger almost for 2 years was a big flop at Chelsea Football Club. He couldn't put one foot in front of the other. He was so awful. Below even average at Chelsea Football Club. After 2-3 seasons, the third season under Thomas Tuchel, when we changed the system, he became world class for a short period of time. So it doesn't mean that if Timo Werner didn't score many goals in the last couple of seasons, he was not going to score goals for the rest of his career. The system can make you world class or average. That's the way it is in football. But narratives and theories. Herbert.
Yeah, I mean, look, Nkunku, I wanted him at United when Ragnick was here. He even recommended us to buy Nkunku when I think it was in January to go for him, but obviously, he was a temp, so we couldn't buy him. But look, Nkunku is a good player. Any signing is going to be a risk from any league. Even if you buy from Premier League to Premier League, that's going to be a risk as well. No signing is going to guarantee it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it doesn't mean that, you are not going to spend money. So you are going to spend 60 million euros. It's not pounds. It looks like that's the release clause. And what he looks like, he can obviously play anywhere across the front three. He's fast. He has the athleticism to play in the Premier League. He's perfectly built for playing in the Prem. He reminds me, he's a decent dribbler. I mean, the way he receives the ball and dribbles with it reminds me a lot of Martial. Like he's got that, he's not dribbles with his head down. His head is up.
Yeah,
and also he's got pace.
Up. He's very creative. Yeah.
He's explosive, and he's got that mixture of Martial and Sadio Mane when he was at Southampton. Like, he likes to score goals as well. He's not just player who just dribbles. So yeah, he's an exciting player, man. I think he's only 23 or 24, something like that. And he had a recent injury. Otherwise, he was in the French team as well. So look, I mean, if you're getting into that French team in that forward position, you have to have something about you, don't you? So. Exactly. I mean, what does that mean for? I mean, obviously Ziyech will leave, so he's irrelevant right now. But what does that mean for someone like Pulisic? Like, he has been wanting to get out of the club.
I think they are all leaving because there is another deal that Chelsea are trying to make. AC Milan want Hakim Ziyech and Christian Pulisic also. So we could make another deal. We might surprise people by bringing Rafael Leao.
Yeah.
And
he's a good player as well. I mean, I watched him the last game against not the Spain one, before that Portugal played someone. I watched him, was playing left wing, and he's a good player as well. So clearly, Chelsea are targeting players who can play multiple positions in that forward line. They don't really want. I don't think there is a out and out centre forward in the world right now. Except for Haaland, Benzema, and Lewandowski. Top. The ones who can play for centre forward for Chelsea. So. I mean, looking good, man. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, next year Chelsea have a new centre forward line worth 200 million. So, and that's what Chelsea do. That money. You can like it or not, but when the players are coming in, you can't complain.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like the narrative, I don't know why people always try to connect just because one player didn't work out. It doesn't mean that everybody from the Italian league is not gonna work because Lukaku is from Italy and didn't do anything. Those are just copy-paste narrative that means nothing. Every case is individual, and I'm gonna stay positive if we buy this guy. I'm not gonna get too carried away. I don't get too carried away anymore by over celebrating and saying, oh, he's gonna be this and that, because the Premier League is a different animal, bro. All the space that he's finding in the Bundesliga is not gonna find that
exactly
in the Premier League.
Let me ask you a question. Is this a Potter signing or was it like, a club signing? Because I don't know. Like, how can Potter come in and just say, I want Nkunku? I don't know Potter knows.
Even before him. That was under Thomas Tuchel. The deal was agreed in August before even Thomas Tuchel was sacked. So it has nothing to do with Mr. Potter. But the problem with Potter is he adapts to what he has in hand. And Todd Bowley been working. He's very good on data. So I think data's about this guy being just through the roof. So he's, that's why he wanted, like somebody who is good working with young people. He's not young anymore, 24 years old, but young, but also what you got in hand. Instead of like when you have a player that's already there and you want to sell everybody and buy only players that will fit you. So it's the ability to adapt to the players that you already have is one of the reasons why Graham Potter was given the job.
I think, one of the reasons, like, Chelsea are targeting all these, under 18 players, under 25 players, is that if the manager gets sacked, the next manager can work with them. They are not going to just throw them away. So, even if Potter gets sacked tomorrow, Nkunku is not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, that is the kind of model that Todd Bowley and his people want. It's just the continuity of, whoever is in charge will continue with the philosophy, just like the Red Bull Group, which is, you go to...
Didn't he say something like that? We want to follow that model as well. He said in the recent interview, right?
Yes, he's negotiating with some clubs in Brazil, Portugal, and Belgium. Release clause. That was a release clause, but because of the contract issue, 1 year left on your contract, no matter how good you are, I don't think it's gonna be that money anymore. So if Chelsea can offer, Pulisic, Hakim Ziyech, or some other players plus cash on top, they can get Leao. So the relationship between Chelsea and George Mendes can help that.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you value Pulisic around, let's say around 40 million and Ziyech around, 15, so that automatically brings a bit down from the what they want. And even if they want like some money, Chelsea can always offer more. But look, I mean, it is interesting, like, how Chelsea are operating right now. I just still feel, Bowley is doing too much of things. Like, I am convinced that he doesn't know much about football. He's just flexing his wealth right now, buying 90 million centre backs for the next year. I mean, I get you have lots of money, man, but I still feel you need some footballing people around, who knows how to deal with agents. It's all right being friendly with them and going to Barcelona for having meals, but let's be honest, he's an outsider in this game. So he needs to have, negotiators who can do. Otherwise, you will be end up paying, Kepa like 270k a week. So if you bring Leao and you give him like, crazy money, like say he's on, 40 grand a week at AC Milan and you buck him to like 290. I mean, that's not good negotiation, is it?
Yeah.
So that's where, he needs intermediaries in the middle. You need Potter to communicate with someone who knows about the game. I mean, let's be honest, Potter is stepping into big shoes. Step up from Brighton to Chelsea is huge. It's massive, especially at Chelsea where the sword is always hanging on your head. 2 bad games and you're in the, you're going to be fired.
True.
So you don't need Bowley to be doing all this too much. You need some footballing men inside so, Potter can communicate. And let's see, man.
That's why he wanted that Freud, the guy, Christian.
Freud. Christian Freud. Yeah.
And he ended up by, refusing. Or no, he just signed a contract. That's the problem. He just signed a contract like last summer, 5 more years. And if Leipzig say no, it's gonna be no, or you just break the contract and pay them money, something like that. but I completely understand. So Bowley is, these decisions are not made by him. We have Neil Buff, who is very good with youth and very good with recruitment. We have so many people working behind the scenes because he doesn't know anything really about European markets. So, yeah, and he's very good on data. That's what he's doing here. His recruitment mostly based on data. So it's not like out of the blue, I am going for such and such, but there is some intellectual work by professional behind the scenes. But very soon, he's gonna get his director of football and and his brand new like recruitment team, because the old scouting department need to go. The chief scout at Chelsea Football Club already left. Pretty much everybody is leaving at the moment, so he's bringing his own people, including the medical department from the USA, because even if you look at what happened to Fofana, he didn't trust anybody in the UK because it was a big risk. So Fofana had to fly to the US. So they trust more their people and medical here than in Europe. But everything is being done properly. Mr. Collins.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, what do you have to say?
I'm just joining. I'm just listening to what you guys are talking about.
Okay.
I am a true Chelsea fan when it comes to supporting Chelsea. I am Chelsea through and through.
Okay.
When people talk about the body administration, it got me irritated, and the way people, more especially I said it, because most people, when they talk about top bowling, they talk it for them to get a click or for them to discuss issue about Chelsea to get a click. And more especially when it comes to most Chelsea fans who maybe do some YouTube content, so they try to portray this kind of image as if maybe this young man don't know what he's doing. Are you telling me somebody that been running business for years, somebody that been running a lot of business, are you telling me that the man don't know what he's doing? So
yeah, the problem
for me,
is that Chelsea, we have a lot of online experts at the moment. They know better than a billionaire, Bowley is a billionaire for a reason, bro. There is a reason and me still work.
You look at how many institutions the guy is managing. So for people to trust him in their institution, because they know the kind of human being he is, and they know the kind of caliber he possesses. So for people to trust him with that kind of money, for them to purchase it, they spend almost 4.5 billion to acquire such a thing. You think that those people don't know what they are doing. So if anybody that is still thinking about maybe because of, when it comes to Chelsea, there is a way media in England portray when the issue that concerns Chelsea, people always try to make it, paint it black, anything that concerns Chelsea because it's Chelsea, because everybody have this kind of this kind of mindset about it because of how Abramovic, the successful Chelsea become. So most people don't like it. So when it comes to anything that has to do with Chelsea, remember this All-Star game that Toboli is talking about. But now people are talking about it now, you understand? Yeah. But because it's come out from the Toboli institution, so nobody that wants to hear it, anything that concerns it. But now
you are breaking, my brother. You are breaking, Mr. Collins. So I think you have a little bit issues with your mic. Disconnect yourself and come back. Let me read some of the comment here. Fernandes Magnifico say, yes, Rafael Leao is class player. I rather take him than Nkunku. You see, this is how the mindset works, right? How do you know that Rafael Leao is the guy that is better than Nkunku? And you're talking about risk for Nkunku and other players from Germany. And then when it comes to Haaland, you say that is a different brand, but I still remember when you joined this channel, you criticizing him and all of a sudden flip-flop. And now you are going for Leao. How do you know? For me, it's the same. It's just 50-50. You might lose a lot of money. You might send him back to Germany or Italy in 1 year. You never know. It's the same. Or he could explode and become the next big thing. So it depends on the names that you like or that sounds good to you. It depends on the narrative that you are trying to push, but it has nothing to do with the reality, because everybody is a risk. And there is no different breed or anything. You just change because after the fact you change. Oh, I knew it. No, you didn't know it because you were saying he was going to flop. So Fernandes said that give Porter time. Give Porter time. Collins, you are back, but let me just read some of the comment from YouTube. Give time. He's good manager, but I don't think Chelsea fans will give him time. Well, it doesn't. This time it doesn't depend on Chelsea fans, though. Chelsea fans already want Porter out. The majority, at least people online. But online people don't represent Chelsea. You know, people have that mindset, that deluded idea to think that Twitter is where decisions are made. You know, all those big people, they don't watch or they don't open Twitters. They have account, and other people are taking care of those accounts for commercial reasons. But they don't care about Twitter. So if you think that insulting people on Twitter or yelling 24/7 on Twitter is the reason why something is gonna be done or changed in your club, you're just wasting your time. So Porter, to begin with, from the beginning, the majority online people don't want him because, first of all, he's English. And then when you are English, apparently everything about you is, you know, overrated, is the media, blah, 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 blah. So, Collins, you have a lot of echoes behind you. So I can't handle that. So yeah, from day one, people wanted him out. But all I wanted is, like, you give him time or not, the direction that the owners are choosing now is completely different than what we used to. So you like it or not, this is the new direction, and you take it or you leave it. That's the way it's going to be. So not just because people are yelling, insulting, asking for his head, that he's going to leave. He's not going to leave anytime soon. He's going to have to do his job until when he can't do it anymore, and then he will be sacked. But for now, it's a long-term project, and people need to understand that. Andrew, hey, my brother, nice to see you. He said that would be good if we could get Leao for January. Harry Potter needs time to work his magic. Okay. Limitless say that, how do you know he's not communicating with football people? Yeah, that's the problem. He's communicating with them. He's not gonna listen. Even if you are a billionaire, you're not gonna spend 300 million just for the heck of it because you are a billionaire. No, this money is for investment money. So they are very smart. They know exactly what they are doing. If Porter doesn't get top 4, that is a question that I am reading here. If Porter doesn't get top 4 this season, do you want him out? No, not me. But regardless, top 4. Hey, Bruce, you have a lot of background noise. I'm going to take you off. For me, I don't care. Top 4 or whatever position we're going to finish. No, he's going to continue. But we need to keep our standards right there, right? If you don't have goals in life, you can't progress. So we need to keep that standard high. And keeping the standard high means you need some goals. So we said we are going to get to top 4 just to keep us on our toes, to push, you know. But if we don't get there, I don't care. I'm going to give him time to walk. Let me read a few more comments from you here, people. So feel free to call or feel free to comment because I'm here for the people. He's just the face of Chelsea. I'm sure there are people behind the scenes. Yeah, people just think that, oh, he's wasting money. Look at Aubameyang. He just spent this on that. There's a reason why they wanted to make sure about Fofana spending that kind of money. You have your medical in America, so we have a peace of mind that you're not going to cause us many issues anymore and all that. He's not stupid, bro. And business is also about losing. You're not going to win all the time, win in business. Sometimes you make mistakes and you move on. And for Chelsea Football Club, I think the future is bright. No matter what kind of theory people are going to make out there. Grant? Hello? Unmute yourself, Grant.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. I can't hear you. You are very far.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I say good evening, everyone in the studio.
Hello.
So, I really don't know what they're saying. Talking that I hear you, it's like you're talking about our coach. That's Graham Potter, right?
You have a lot of background noise and your volume is very... I don't know where the noise is coming from. No, it's Mr. Bruce again. Bruce, you have a lot of background noise, so I took you off. Collins.
Yeah, can you hear me now, right?
Yes.
It's correct. Okay. So what I'm saying before is that people get confused when they talk about Tomboli. This is a man that is managing a lot of institutions in America. For you to manage such institution means you have experience. You know, people can't trust you with the amount of money, 4.5 billion, for just because of the name of Tomboli. It's because of the man knows what he wants to do. And before he bought Chelsea, he already have his plan before getting Chelsea. You know, he wanted to buy Chelsea 2019, not today.
Yeah.
So it's something that's already nailing the ground. So for me, if you look at what this man is doing, they are doing something in a way that is not now. They are trying to build for a future, a way that the club will be very stable. If you look at how they are their plan, everything they want to go, they want to get the best. They don't want to get the second. This is the first time. If you watch the transfer we did, they went for the best, you know, the best. So, and they want to get everything, both their tactical group, both their managing group, both everybody wants to be the best. So if you look what they are running, how they want to run the club, you have to give them time. And for me, the coach we have now, before, right from this season, I wanted Tuchel to go, to be honest with you. I have to be honest with you. I wanted Thomas Tuchel to go because if you watch our game last season, it looked like he's no longer interested, you know. The way we play, everything, the pattern of football is no longer interested, you know. Every time you are watching Chelsea, you kind of putting your mind in your chest, you know. You are not kind of confident watching the group. So for me, Graham Potter is the number one person I wanted to be in that seat. For me, the day Tuchel was sacked, I have to make a call my friend who is in Sweden. I said, look, the next Chelsea coach is going to be Graham Potter, because if Chelsea needs to get this man now, trust me, England is going to take this man. And thank God the club did the same thing and they hired him. And I think the reason they hired Graham Potter is not because of maybe they want to win now. No, because we have a team that, if you watch, we have a very good academy, which Graham Potter can work on. You understand? We have a very good academy. We have young players that they can be able to integrate. So if you look at all the whole thing, you have the kind of the package, the reason why they hired this man will tell you the area Chelsea is going. Okay, look at now, we're talking about people signing Nkunku. If anybody don't think that Nkunku is going to be a good, they are trying to move fast. Everything the club is trying to do, they're trying to do everything fast before every other person. That shows you how the club is going to be run. It's not like before when things are done in a negative way. For me now, things are going to do in a good way, that everybody is not for maybe want to sign them, want to sign. No. If they are going for the best, if you are going to sign Jude, Bellingham, if you are going to sign Declan, if you are going to sign Crescendo, we are going for it. So that is how they are trying to map out their strategy. And for me, what the club is doing is nice. So anybody that don't want to queue into this movement, maybe that person is trying to deceive himself, or maybe they're trying to get a click, because when they started ranting about Chelsea,
it's not also easy right now because of we are used to a certain model of football. The way we see football is everything need to happen now. You are good or you are bad. We can't improve you. You are in or you are out. So the young generation of Chelsea fans are used to that situation. Many of us, they don't even watch the games anymore. Okay, they watch at the end highlight. Who scored? Jorginho. Oh, Jorginho is a bowler. You know what I mean? Oh, who had an assist? Oh, whatever. Malang Sarr. Oh, Malang Sarr is a bowler. Like, we flip-flop all the time. We don't watch football anymore. But we are the best expert ever without watching football. So we know better than Todd Bowley and Thomas Tuchel or Graham Potter. We know better than them. So it's about reaction on social media now.
One thing people don't know. If you look for me, I do support Chelsea. I don't support Chelsea only the main team. That is one problem about me. I support anything that concerns with Chelsea. You understand? For me, even if I told you that last season I watched most of the female team than the male team, you will be surprised. You understand? So I always focus on my female team more than the male team itself. You know, that shows you how committed I am when it comes to Chelsea. So, and if you look at the investment which these people did in the women team this season, will show you what they want to achieve in Chelsea.
Women team. So nobody is talking about it, but we got the best of the best. Probably 5 or 6.
Yeah, they signed the best people. They signed the best people in that in the female team, and the best. That is what even they want to get in PSG because of PSG don't want to release the girl. We want to pay the highest amount in transfer, but PSG don't want to release the young lady. You understand? So which I prefer. I believe by next season, Emma is going to go for the girl too because the girl wants to come. She wants to come to Chelsea. Just that PSG don't want to release her. So for me, if you look at the kind of player they are targeting, to show you that if you watch what Frank Cable is talking about, that this is the first time, even when they came to visit the female team, what they said to them, they couldn't even believe it. You understand? If you watch Sankar, they're even telling you that this is their first time going to Stamford Bridge, sitting with the chairman, those kind of things they want to implement, that kind of togetherness. But people don't see it because everybody, I think most people in Chelsea fan, I don't think they spend time to watch female team. For me, like our last match on Wednesday, I took my time, I watched it from the beginning to the end. So I always spend my time in anything I watch the academy, I watch everything that concerns Chelsea. So, but for me, when I look at people, when they talk about Todd Bowley, they don't understand the mission. If you know their mission, you will be happy that
Todd Bowley got a great vision for Chelsea. The problem is when it start paying off, when we start getting fruit of this hard work, everybody is gonna be happy. Mr. King.
Yeah, sorry, it's the same Bruce. So I just changed my phone, change everything and see if it's okay.
Yes, go on.
Yeah, okay. So I heard you people, and my guy is talking Collins. You are absolutely right. I thought Todd Bowley is doing a wonderful job. I'm not panicking. I'm not shaken because you telling me Nkunku has completed his medical or did medical before the transfer window shut. That's so sweet because this one thing I told you about Haaland. We should pay ahead and wait for him after the season. So he will come to Chelsea. Dortmund wouldn't allow him to go. This is what I said. Yeah. But they went to they brought in Lukaku and it backfires. So that is it. I was just so happy when I heard the news that Nkunku has completed this. This is how football club should be. And I love it. And we have now chance.
We are now proactive. We are not reactive. We are proactive. We jumping the queue all the time. Like many people are waiting, but we're gonna find a way to jump the queue and try to get the deal before everybody else got involved. Also, I heard about Jude Bellingham. You have to take it seriously also because something is happening behind closed doors, and it's not gonna be easy one because everybody wants him. But what I heard is Jude Bellingham is being considered, and we are jumping the queue one more time. Again, creating good relationship with Borussia Dortmund, and walking behind closed doors. It's gonna come to it's gonna come to Jude Bellingham choice. Real Madrid will come calling, all the big names will come calling. So, Bowley is walking. I know now like I said,
Of course.
we are very used to a certain way of managing Chelsea Football Club, of immediate success, instant success instead of like building on something. And when you tell a Chelsea fans, like when you say process, for them, they understand process as AFTV process, which means it's a failure. You're not gonna win anything. Process just means steps to take in order to get somewhere. And so we are not used to process because we are always want to win. But we win most of the time. When we win, is for a short period of time. But this time, when we start winning, it's gonna be for a long period of time, because everything is built to win back to back for a long period of time. Instead of win a Champions League now and wait for 10 more years and then struggle, buy dead wood here and there, spend a lot of money, you end up by losing even more money. But if you build from the root, from the foundation, slowly and surely, and then you're gonna build for a long period of time with those kids.
Brother, one thing about people, even when they say Chelsea is building, for me, the way Chelsea is building is different from the way Arsenal is building. Look at the transfer Chelsea did. For me, our team is very good to compete at any level. You understand? For me, if people are still having this kind of strange that Chelsea is not going to qualify to Champions League, you are deceiving yourself. We just have only 6 matches. So we still have about 32 matches to go. You understand? So if anybody, for me, the team is very good to finish in top 4 and even to go further when it comes to Champions League. And looking at the way the team is building, look at the American goalkeeper, which they bought. Look at the guy they bought from Aston Villa, the one they bought from Inter Milan. They're trying to get these people so that it will be more easy for them to be easy to integrate. So not maybe to go and get them now, start forcing people, but they're trying to get them ready so that when it's time to put them, they know that they are ready to go. And look at the medical team they're trying to get, because for me, that medical team is not working in Chelsea. Trust me, it's not working. Look at the level of injury every time. If his Kovacic is not getting
the management is bad.
He's very bad.
Bro, you are the best. You are the best. I'm telling you. You know everything. You are the best.
He's very bad.
You are great. You are good. I know.
Yeah, so if they are very bad. So, and if I'm Chelsea, I'll go and take that woman back. You know, when that woman was in charge of Chelsea, we don't used to have injury like this. Like we have injury often. Jorginho is having injury. Kante is having. Kovacic is having injury. Every time James is having injury, Chilwell is. You keep hearing injury everywhere. So, and those kinds of things will ruin your season. So for me, if they can get a good medical team that can put all these things in order, I don't think we'll be having all this kind of injury again. And for them, they all want to go for the best. Now they want to get the best medical team in Chelsea. That shows you the kind of vision these people have for Chelsea. Yeah. And for Abramovic, because they are not the only person that come to buy Chelsea. So for Abramovic to entrust them with Chelsea, say you go and manage. Okay, I'm selling Chelsea to you. That shows you how the level of trust you have in these kind of people, because he already said that he's not selling Chelsea because he wants to sell Chelsea. He wants to sell it to the best people that can be able to take it more further. You understand? So for me, I see Togbole as, I never have any doubt about his management and his ambition for Chelsea. What I know that the man is going to do best for Chelsea. One thing for me, I want maybe in the next season they should start trying to get a big.
Let's listen to King. Yeah, King, go.
Yeah, when you invest more in your business, you gain more. Like what I was saying, when they started, what is it called, Tuchel, I wasn't too sad. I love him, but I wasn't too sad because he dealt a lot with me by selling off Bellingham. That is one of the best players I've ever loved in Chelsea. Selling him up it kills me, because you can't compare Bellingham to Jorginho. Jorginho is nowhere near Bellingham, but these people don't want to give him the chance to prove himself because he's too short, he's too small. I did not see Lionel Messi. If they didn't give chance to Lionel Messi, will it be Lionel Messi today?
Bellingham wants to get. For me, if you look at Bellingham, he just wants to play. For me, he just that if Thomas Tuchel don't want to, most of the academy players, sometimes I blame them because of the way fans is pushing them. because they kind of giving them that kind of mentality that you are so good. If you go to Man City, they have a lot of good academy in Man City, but they always take their time to see. That is why I always like this kind of people.
But
We see people,
Bellingham is not young anymore. He's not young.
I know.
Yeah.
See, I know.
And he's proving himself.
Yeah,
He
listen,
played
brother.
against Liverpool
For
and came
me,
out as man of the match.
yeah,
How many
Big Gilmore
times?
is very good. It's like, so what happened to Blake Gilmore is the same thing that happened to Amanda Broja. The club wanted Broja to stay. You understand? But they are not assuring Broja that you are going to have this kind of first team ball, as in you are going to be our main striker. But we are going to implement, we are going to put you in every game to make sure that at the end of the day. But Blake Gilmore wants to play. One thing about this season, I'm not judging most people because this World Cup of 18 have tried to turn some people head. People want, because they see themselves they are going to World Cup, so I need to get a game time. You understand? So because of the game time, a lot of people make some decision they feel like it's good for them, but most of the time it's not good for them. So for me, the way Chelsea is trying to do things, I think this season they are not going to offer Jorginho any contract. Trust me, like the way they're trying to do Kante. So I think by next season we are going to see Jorginho and Kante leave Chelsea. I don't think both of them are going to be in Chelsea next season. So I think, and they are going to recruit a good people. Like that Zakaria that Chelsea have, that Dennis Zakaria. Most people don't watch about the guy. That was the guy that wanted Chelsea to buy when he was in Mönchengladbach. You understand? So he's a very good player. It's just that he needs time for him because he just come back from a very hefty injury. So once he's able to get over that injury, that is why for me, the best academy player I love in Chelsea today is Loftus-Cheek. Why? He asked me the reason I love Loftus-Cheek. This is the guy that I believe that I must make it in Chelsea. No matter how long it takes me, I'm going to make sure that I make it. And look at now, he's paying off. He's playing very well. He's playing, time is coming, and he's playing very well. So for me, if you believe yourself, like that is why I say people don't respect Mams. You see, Mams, I respect the guy. I respect James. These two guys said they want to play, and then prove to you. You see their heart now, and that is what Gallagher is doing the same thing. That is why I love
the problem also is you can't fight from the bench. There are some. Let me finish. You can't. There are some hope. The hope that kills you. How many bowlers we killed in the past by, oh, you're going to have your chance, or you're going to have to learn from the bench, or you have just to go on loan and come back next season. You have to sign a 5 years contract, go on loan, we're going to give you a chance next summer. Now you're stuck with a long-term contract, you can't go, you are used just like a cow, a milk cow. Like, we killed a lot of bowlers by that, so Bill Gilmore or anybody that decided to leave Chelsea Football Club, I can also understand. Because back then, Mr. King, you still have a lot of background. You have to close or you have to mute yourself when you are not talking because we can hear noise behind you. Mute yourself when I'm talking, and then when you want to talk, you unmute yourself. Okay. So what I was saying is that the hope that kills you, you haven't muted yourself. Let me mute you. So the hope that will kill you, because I know so many bowlers that we killed the Chelsea Football Club just because of this. Okay, wait. So I don't think if Kevin De Bruyne or Mo Salah or Jamal Musiala, if they waited until now, oh, you go on loan, you sign a new contract, come back, we're going to give you a chance, and then you are changing managers every single season, I don't think they were going to be who they are today if they didn't make that bold decision to leave. So I don't really blame Billy Gilmore for wanting to leave. The case of Reece James and Mason Mount are completely different because they benefited from, first of all, that transfer ban, and Frank Lampard, who loves kids. So they took advantage of almost 2 years of a situation that really favored them. Just imagine, if we didn't get that transfer ban, Reece James probably was going to be on loan somewhere at Vitesse. His confidence was going to be killed. He was going to believe that he's not good enough to make it at Chelsea. Therefore, you're not working very hard anymore. Mason Mount was going to be the same. Fikayo Tomori was going to be the same. So, at Chelsea Football Club, circumstances just allows certain kids to, take the opportunity immediately. But it's not everybody that is going to be taking the same opportunity and then make the most out of it, because you have to be given a chance to begin with. Bill Gilmore under Thomas Tuchel, the first interview, he talked about his size, his physicality. Hello, this guy bullied Van Dijk, he bullied Fabinho in the Premier League. Everybody knows about it. And the first word from Thomas Tuchel was, I'm not sure about his physicality. So the mindset was already there. You are not good enough because you are not tall. You are not good enough. I'm going to sell you. So Bill Gilmore knew it. You knew it. Everybody from everywhere can tell that Thomas Tuchel had very good word when it comes to Billy Gilmore or academy product. Always good, smiling, talking good about them. But in reality, he had nothing to do with them. He sent all of them home from America, from the tour. I have no time to waste with you, a bunch of kids develop. No, I want to win now, which I respect. I don't say anything wrong about it, but that is the way of management for him. He's looking for finished article to win now because he deserves it. He doesn't want to deal with a bunch of attitude kids from the academy. So that is his way. So I respect that. But when you are a player and you see that you don't have any pattern to the first team, you want to go. You want to go. You don't want to go on loan. Why? Because going on loan and being sold is completely different. On loan, you go there to do a job. Billy Gilmore is from a loan, very unsuccessful loan at Norwich City. They didn't develop him or give him enough chance because you are going freaking back to Chelsea. Why are we going to waste our time developing you? We brought you here to help us stay in the Premier League.
That point there, you see that point he made there, because after the Champions League, if you watch, after that Euro, the coach, the team, the Chelsea team wanted, because before the Euro, before that Champions League, Billy Gilmore was playing. Even when that initial time Thomas Tuchel came to Chelsea, he was playing Billy Gilmore. So he got injured. When he got that injury, then after the whole final, then they wanted, after the Euro, they wanted Billy Gilmore to stay. They wanted him to stay because they wanted him so that you have to stay with the team too. But because of he saw his performances in the Euro, then we kind of advised people who were around him was giving him. Then he went to that loan. That loan in Norwich, that was what killed Billy Gilmore. That loan in Norwich. That loan didn't even help Billy Gilmore. If he regretted that loan, if somebody could have asked him to turn the clock back, he would have chosen to stay in Chelsea than going back to that loan. That loan in Norwich killed everything about Billy Gilmore. And let me tell you, sometimes, when we talk about people, when they find out themselves that the club is not moving, then they can find a new. Let me give you some people in Chelsea that, because they feel like it's time for them to play, they can even play elsewhere. Like a player like Louis Beck, he went to Leeds United. He thought that going to Leeds is going to get that kind of opportunity, everything. But he went to Leeds. Today, he's no longer in Leeds. They send him loan to Middlesbrough, somewhere like that. You understand? So
you're talking about Lewis Baker?
Yeah, Louis Baker. So
well, let me clarify something. He was sent in 1,000 loans as per usual.
No, that is other brother. I'm talking about the younger brother. I'm talking the one that is in Leeds now. He's in Leeds, so Chelsea have to sell him because the contract is only 1 year contract. So if you don't want to sell him, so he'll go free. So they sell him about 3 or 3 something with buyer clause. So he went to Leeds. So from Leeds now, Leeds have to lure him again to Middlesbrough, one championship side like that. Now, let me tell you something about Chelsea, what people don't know. See people talk about, I have taken my time to watch all the whole Premiership team, all the whole 20 Premiership league. I think Chelsea have the most academy player in their team, about 6. Man City only have Phil Foden, who is playing. Liverpool, if Liverpool can brag, they only have only one person, or the 2 people, Jones and Arnold. That is the 2 people they have there.
So what the point you're trying to make?
The point I'm trying to make. No, the point I'm trying to make here. When it comes to Chelsea this period, like now, the system in Chelsea have changed. Even since the merge of James, Cousin, Doyle, Abraham, Tomori, Mans, everything in Chelsea have changed. You understand? So they are trying to now to implement it. I thank God for this 5 sub now. This 5 sub have helped a lot of people. So this is a new season now that we are going to use 5 sub. That me and everybody is going to use 5 sub. And Chelsea is competing for 4 competition. That 4 competition, they require a very big squad. So they are going to give people a chance to play. You understand? So, but the problem that when they give you a chance, are you willing to take that chance? And another thing, if you watch Gallagher, there's one thing people don't know about that Gallagher. Gallagher is somebody that I respect so much. When he went for that loan, he always have one thing in his mind that he's coming back for Chelsea. That is, he already set that target for himself. Most times people don't set that target. Broja wanted to leave before, but at the end of the day, when he saw that there's a right path for me here, I can challenge myself here. He have to stay and sign a contract. And if you see him, he have been playing. He's been coming out from the bench. He's also impact. You understand? So for me, Chelsea is trying to now, even with the new system and everything, they're trying to give people a chance. So people, once you are good, your chance is going to come. So you can't put all the whole 22 players or 27 players in the same time. So when it's time for you to play, you are going to play. We are going to have injury. We are going to have some setbacks. So that time, when it's time for you to come in, you have to come in. But if you are thinking yourself, okay, I'm 17 years old, I'm 19 years old, I am entitled to play this first team. Chelsea is not a West Brom. Chelsea is not a Middlesbrough. Chelsea is going for title. They are going for championship. You can't mention me any championship, any team that is going for championship that is using the academy everywhere often and on. No. If you watch Madrid, if you watch Bayern, all those kind of things. So they always give
conclude, please, and then we're gonna come back to you. Just make your point, and then we jump to somebody else.
All right.
My point,
okay.
My point I'm trying to make here that once you're an academy player, stick there. As in, when it's your time is going to come. But once you feel yourself that you can challenge yourself. But that is one thing I'm sure of. So, and the system we have now, that is the reason why they hire Graham Potter. And I believe that Graham Potter, if you watch his record, he kind of using a lot of young teams. So
yeah. So before I go to Mr. King, let me clarify something here, Collins. Your chance will come. Sounds like everything is done on merit, according to the theory you're trying to make here. Let me finish. Because you make it sound like you have to be there, learn, we're going to give you a chance, and look at Gallagher, look at Mount, but the circumstances are different. I gave you the circumstances of the ban, transfer ban and all that. And also, if you look at, depend on the manager, depend on what you're trying to do. Tell me how Kai Havertz was always on the bench when somebody like Armando Broja was there waiting, and then he's gonna play for 3 minutes added time. Okay. So like, you don't think I'll let you talk like for 10 minutes. You have to let other people talk. So tell me how that is a chance, that is an equal chance to finish. There are certain games that we're crying and begging to just put somebody there. Even put Kepa Arrizabalaga as a number 9 because we have enough. Like change something. What do you have to lose by playing this guy? I'm just giving an example here. Let's say Kai Havertz or Mason Mount. They are useless. What do you have to lose? Put a young man there. Put Gallagher. Put Armando Broja. You have nothing to lose because you are losing anyways. You are losing 3-0 against Leeds United. And then you said we don't have anybody else to put there, but you still have Ampadu on the bench. You still have Billy Gilmore on the bench, and you say we don't have anybody and we need players. What do you have to lose by playing certain players who are going to lose you games anyways, the end of the day, or just try those youngsters who have nothing to lose? They get there, they want to prove people wrong. Something can happen. That is the point. So you trying to make us believe here that just because other teams don't have enough academy product in the first team, we should follow their model. It doesn't work that way. There is no rule in life. You are good, you are more kid or whatever it is. But listen, the reason why those teams don't give a chance to the youngsters, maybe because they don't have enough quality. But we, in our team, we have them. So why that's supposed to be a rule about, oh, you are from the academy, there are so many already? No, it's just like telling me there are so many black people in this place, you can't live here. You know, like, this is just discrimination and mindset. You are good regardless of where you're coming from. Probably Manchester City or the big teams in Europe, they don't use their kid because they don't have any. They don't have the quality that we have. We have them, but we don't want them just for the principle of, okay, there are so many of them and we are the only team that's using many of them. What is the problem? But you want to use the so-called end product, the so-called ballers and world class from somewhere. But those so-called world class keep losing games. That's the problem. We keep crap. We keep being crap. Yes.
Can I answer your question? Okay. You know, you said something because you are getting me wrong. When I said club don't use a lot of keys, when I mean a lot of keys, I said numbers. Musiala is only one you can call in Bayern Munich. You can't mention more than two. Only one. So Bayern Munich have a lot of academy players, even more than Chelsea, but they are not using them. So when we're talking about, I'm not talking about Chelsea is not using the academy. We are using them. Now, the problem we are having this season, I only say this season, we only started this season. This season, more especially, the team is trying to get their rhythm. And for you to get your rhythm, you have to get the problem Tuchel don't even know who is in first 11. But if you have your first 11, you have to allow the team to play together for them to gel. So changing and putting people, you won't get the numbers. You won't get the split.
Excuse me, bro.
Hold on,
let him finish, Mr. King. Let him finish.
Now you're talking about a team. We have a lot of, and if you watch this season, every young team in our academy, even the one that we promoted that we are going to play this season, a lot of them have getting 1 or 2 minutes or one on here. So if talking about Kahava, people don't understand Kahava football game. We know maybe this season haven't been that kind of good, but if you watch the kind of style and the game Kahava play, whenever he plays, forget about he's not scoring, but check about his contribution in the game, what he did in the game. And you're talking about Man City. Let me go back to, you're talking about we allow Musiala. Musiala left Chelsea even when we couldn't even give him a contract, as a senior contract, as a Chelsea player, like Declan go. So you can't judge that as a Chelsea. You can't fault Chelsea about that. So you look at Man City, then lost Sancho. Even the guy that Chelsea wanted to buy, the guy that Fabrizio Romano is talking to you about, the hidden guy that Chelsea wanted, Lavia, that guy that was in Southampton, he's in Man City. But if that guy happened to be in Chelsea, a lot of Chelsea people will be calling for play the guy. But he's in Southampton now. So there are a lot of people, even in Liverpool, they have academy. No team that don't have academy. Everybody plays the academy. It's just that when it's time for you to put them, you can't be playing when you have when the match is very strong. You have to throw academy. You want to hang the person. You can't be hanging them. You have to allow them, integrate them. When it's time for you to put them, you put them. For me, I'm always been that kind of champion when it comes to playing our academy. I can learn a lot of. For me, I watch academy. Most of you people here don't even have time to watch them. I watch them. I know how they perform. Like Western, that guy in Chelsea, like the guy that he played like Kovacic. He's not even, for me, if that guy is talking like every other academy, people will be clamoring, say, you have to play Western. But for me, he's taking his time studying that when it's time for me. If you watch his Instagram, he say for me to be training with Kovacic, training with Jorginho, and learning an experience. When Foden was playing in Man City, even in the media, English media was calling you, Foden have to go for leave Man City. Foden have to go for a loan. But the guy said, I'm not going. It's better for me to be training with Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, learning from them. It will give me opportunity. Today, who is reaping all those things? Is Foden. He's playing in Man City today. But if Foden listen to people say, Foden go to loan, Foden go to academy or go to anywhere, maybe we wouldn't see this kind of Foden we are seeing today. There is nothing like now. Look at what Graham Potter is doing. I like that kind of chemistry. Bringing the academy, they come and train with the senior team. Training with them, you are trying to implement them. Small, you keep implementing, putting them. But I'm not calling for you shouldn't play any academy. No, for me, all the whole academy we have now, when it's time for you to put them, you put them. But I don't want to put them for you to hang them there. When we are losing match, you want to put them for you to hang them there. No, you have to put them when it's right time for you to push them. You push them. Watch Emehes. That's people don't watch about Chelsea. If you watch our female team, once Emehes, like if we sign you for transfer, she's not going to play you. She's not going to force you, throw you. No, she's going to allow you for you to take your time to study the team before you start playing. But if that happens in the main team, they say, why you buy somebody like this girl? We are not Parasite. We are not playing her. Why you buy this person? We are not playing her. But
well, listen, let me respond to you to that. Because people are complaining about because we're still losing anyways. That's the problem. The game's still crap. You're still losing stupid games. And you have nothing to lose by taking a so-called world class who is flopping on the pitch and try somebody like Chukwuemeka, for example. That's what people say. But people manipulate those words to make it sound like, oh, you want 11 players in the first team to start. No, nobody is saying that. They need time. They need time to learn on the bench or whatever. But you also need equal chance, a pardon. You see the light at the end of the tunnel and say, you know what, I have my chance here. Having a chance doesn't mean 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I have a chance in a real game when somebody is not performing and you can give me my chance. That's what people are talking about here. But the only counter that people who hate academy always brings is, oh, you want 11 academy or you want them to start games. No, that is not the point. You have them on the bench. You give them a chance when somebody is having hard time. I don't see anything wrong by taking Jorginho off and putting Billy Gilmour on when Jorginho is struggling with physicality. And we know that Billy Gilmour, no matter how small he is, the guy is very physical and will play direct football. That's what people have been asking for. Nobody is asking for 90 minutes or play 11 of them. That is taking things out of context to try to win a conversation. That is not what people are asking. You are good, you are good. If Mason Mount not doing good, take him off. Put Chukwuemeka, for example. What the point of spending 20 million on him and then assume, because what you are doing now is assuming that, yeah, everybody is going to flop. Nobody is going to do it because it happened to somebody else. Every individual is different in football. Just because you tried 2 kids there and they flopped in one game doesn't mean that the rest of the kids are going to flop. And even the same kid that didn't work out today, tomorrow, probably they're not going to be nervous anymore. They're going to settle after a few games. After a run of games, they're going to feel more comfortable and start performing. So people don't understand those human aspect of football. They go to black and white, copy paste. It's good. It's bad. You are a kid. You have to learn from the bench. Not every kid need to be on 100 loans. Not every kid need to learn from the bench. Some of them will succeed immediately. Some of them will take time. But you never know until you try something. King.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you so much. You know, you can't learn everything in the training. Because training
or from the bench. No, the real game is completely different with the fans in the stand, with the intensity, with the challenges. It's completely different. Yeah.
Yeah. And he said, Tochi don't know his first 11 because somehow I said he's biased. You don't know your first 11 because you don't want to admit this person is better than this person. You can't tell me, no matter what you preach, no matter how many books you open, you can't tell me Jorginho is better than Gilmour. He's nowhere. There's no way. And okay, another one. You said how many academies are in other teams? How many teams on earth spend 300 million pounds every year like Chelsea, every transfer season like Chelsea? How? Can't they just bring up one person instead of spending that 80 million pounds on one person every season?
Mm-hmm.
Does Bayern Munich spend 200 million pounds every season? No. Does Barca do that except this season? No. Madrid does that? No. Man City does that? No. Only Chelsea Football Club and Manchester United. Okay, Man City used to do it. But only Chelsea Club do it season after season after season. They are not tired. I don't know if you people understand what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You keep spending 300 million.
Point of correction. Chelsea don't spend 200 million every
That
season.
is a speech. That is a figure of a speech. He's not saying exactly 300. He's giving an example of every summer. Why do we have to spend millions and millions on some players that potentially could be flops like Lukaku? Why do you have to spend 100 million on Lukaku when you have Tammy Abraham? Because he's from the academy and there are so many of them. Some of them need to learn because City are not using anybody from the academy. We can't use Tammy Abraham. Let's go buy the missing piece, Romelu Lukaku. What happened? Flop. We can't use Tammy Abraham, blah, 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 blah. Let's bring Timo Werner. What happened? Let me finish. What happened? Okay. The rest is history. Do you think that Tammy Abraham was worse than Romelu Lukaku or Timo Werner? No, but back then it was the same old narrative that you're telling us here. Yeah, so many of them, they have to learn what team you see have many academy product. Well, but you go buy somewhere else and you end up by 100 million problem on the bench that can't work with the system. You know what I mean? Timo Werner, 64 million. Now we sold him for 20 million plus 5 million add-on. But back then, people like you were making the same theories about so many of them. How many academy products do you see in the first team? Right now, tell me what is the striker at Chelsea Football Club who can eat in the same table as Tammy Abraham? Imagine if we have a little bit of patience and take all the mindset and theories away and give him a chance. Today, what level Tammy Abraham was going to be. So you've been proven wrong over and over again, but I understand that you don't want to admit it because that is a mindset. So many of them, so many black people, so many, you are from Africa, you can't do this and that. You are from Europe, you can't do this. Those are just discrimination and stereotype that means nothing.
Sorry, before I say something, I don't judge people from where you come from.
No, you are doing it exactly what you're doing. That is exactly because that is exactly what you're doing.
No, academy. When I judge somebody from academy, doesn't show where you come from. It doesn't mean where you come from. What I'm saying, if you watch my speech, I didn't say because of somebody's black. That is why they're no. For me, I'm from Nigeria. You understand? So I am not judging person. Yeah,
but most of us from Nigeria or from South Africa. We are the most that discriminate people even the most. Exactly the same. We hate English players. We hate academy product. We make theories, but we are champions of. We don't discriminate anybody because I'm such. No, we do. We do.
It's not discrimination.
You know why we do? Because
we're not talking about
Fofana for 80 million pounds. Declan Rice is not good for that. They will tell
brother, listen. If you watch me very well, when I'm talking about football, try to get me from football aspect. I'm not talking about race or where you come from. For me, I don't believe in race and I don't believe in all these racist of anything because I don't believe in it. It doesn't work for me. So what I'm talking about here, I'm talking about football. We are talking about football. And if you are trying to, you don't want to get my point. What I'm saying here, I'm not against playing academy. I still pointing like everybody have their pathway. I'm telling you that, I'm even calling you, telling you that, look at the whole thing. I'm even using Gallagher for you. I'm using Broja for you. Broja went for Southampton. When he come back, people were calling for Broja to Broja force your way out. You just have to sell you. If they can't play you, they have to sell you. The guy have to took his time, settle down, and said, I want to stay and fight for myself. The guy today, he's playing.
No, let me correct that. He wanted really to go. We were forced, like Todd Bowley forced him to stay because something probably was going to change. The manager wanted to sell him.
You can't force somebody to stay. No, listen. You can't force somebody to stay when somebody wants to. If somebody wants to stay,
but why? The reason why he wanna go, because there is no path. You don't give me enough opportunity to play.
When Tuchel, if you watch, I'm not a very big fan of. What I'm telling you, when Tuchel was in Chelsea, Tuchel is not saying he's going to save Broja. He said that if he watch him, he said that him then want Broja to stay. But
that's what he said about Tammy Abraham. He said that for PR move, that is PR. You have to know what is PR. How much good things he said about Tammy Abraham.
You know why Broja stayed? You know why he stays? You know why Broja stays? Wait, bro, I just want to clear you why Broja stays. Because Aubameyang the deal was not early. It was not done early.
No.
If it was done early, Broja would have gone.
No. It's not the reason. See, Broja look at himself and said, no, Broja look at himself said, when I look at the whole team, I can find myself here. I can find myself in this team. I don't see anywhere where I can play in this team. So he look at himself that it's good to play in this team. When you are good, it's good to play in this team. Now let me tell you something that you guys are trying to maybe. I don't want to put somebody to pour something into my mouth. And I said, what I'm telling to you, I don't know. I don't care where player is coming from. I don't know the area, the country you are coming from. What I'm saying, when it comes to Chelsea, try to understand me here now. Every club, that is what Tuchel wants to do now. If you watch all his statements, he said, we want to have a plan, a pathway that every player we sign, this is the pathway we are going to show you. And that is why they want to have a multiple club, so that we are going to buy you. If we think that you are not ready to play for Chelsea now, we are going to put you this place. So when we put you this place, when we find out you are not playing very well, it's easy for us to bring you in. Then some people, if you watch all the whole Chelsea academy now that is playing in Chelsea now, all of them took this road of loan. Then follow this road. Mansugron went to loan. James went to loan. Tom Abraham went to loan. Tomorrow went to loan. Loftus-Cheek, all of them. Then went to Gallagher, all of them. Broja, all of them went to this loan. And through that loan pattern, they are finding themselves into this Chelsea system. So I believe if we can go to loan, I can find myself in. And that is why not only Chelsea is doing this now. A lot of people, a lot of clubs now have trying to follow Chelsea footsteps. To be even before Manchester United don't used to send their academy player on loan, but now they are trying to. Even this guy now that Manchester United said to Everton, if that guy happened to be in Chelsea, Ghana, that people have been calling for Chelsea head to be killed off. So now, what I'm saying that in Chelsea team, for me, instead of me to buy somebody like Barkley, I should give somebody academy player. If when they wanted to, like that guy from Inter Milan, when Chelsea wanted to buy that guy from Inter Milan, I was the one that said I will be the last person to go and buy that guy while I have somebody.
What, you talking about Lukaku?
No, the freeze, this guy that used to play too for them. You understand? I said I won't buy the guy because I already have somebody who is going to play there. Sterling is going to play there. Sterling is going to play there. He's very good. He's ready to back up to be a just backup. So how can you go and spend that money?
Oh, you're talking about Dumfries, Denzel Dumfries. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So what the point you're trying to make? Try to speak a little bit slowly because it's kind of hard to understand what you're saying.
Okay, I said when Chelsea is linking for the guy, I was one of the ones that said we don't need. You
don't need Dumfries or Dumfries.
We don't need
Denzel Dumfries from Inter to Chelsea. You said you don't want him. Why?
We don't want him. Because we already have somebody there. You understand?
Reece James is there, and who else to help
Sterling,
him?
the guy Sterling, Devin Sterling, Dejan Sterling. I mean Dejan Sterling. Who is
Dejan Sterling is not a wing back.
No, he's a wing back. He played too. He's on loan now. So
you're talking about Dejan Sterling. Okay.
Dejan Sterling.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Dejan Sterling. That people. Let me clarify here. Dejan Sterling is an academy product who's been on loan like 1,000 times for the last 100 years at Chelsea. One of those kids, they hope that will kill you, that, loan every single season. And he's talking about Dejan Sterling can help Reece James from the wing back position. That's why he didn't want Mr. Dumfries to Chelsea Football Club. Now continue.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now, and thank God Chelsea stopped going for the guy. So at least they have.
Yeah. For now, yes. We don't know what's gonna happen.
For now. Yeah. So for me, I always support my academy player to do well. But what I'm saying that for me, for them to succeed in Chelsea, you have to show them that pathway. And that pathway, most of them, like people like Callum Hudson-Odoi is the only player maybe haven't been able to. He's the first time he's going for loan. You understand? And we can't blame him because of the injury, because that injury already set him back. You understand? The injury set him back, so he needed a game time. So for him going to Leverkusen, and the Chelsea don't want to any option or anything, so they want him because they really want him. They believe in him. They want him to come back. So, and he's going to come back next season. So if you look at all the whole thing, and the system now have changed even before Thomas Tuchel come to Chelsea, because Lampard changed the whole thing. So now they have seen that movement that we can be able to implement our academy. And since Lampard, if you watch it now, we keep every season, we always try to put like 2 or 3 academy in our system. Every season, we always try to put 3. Even at the end of the day, last season, Thomas Tuchel always plays some teams. There is this guy on the 18. Louis, something like that. The guy that will play central back that time, he played in the left side. You understand? So we always give chance for them.
Lewis Hall. You're talking about Lewis Hall from the academy. Yes.
So they play. Even the other guy, this guy now, the one that plays striker that went for Hull City or where, you understand? That went loan this season. The one that under 18 that went Harvey. You understand? Harvey
Vale.
So all of them, like, we always have a pattern for them. And if you watch Harvey Vale, he always believe, if you watch his interview, he said he's coming back. He's coming back to Chelsea. So them believe all. But one thing that killed Chelsea before they don't find a rightful club for them. But now they are trying to find a right club for them that they can go. So go to there. They will play in system that will be able to allow them, when they come to Chelsea, they will follow to that system. So for me, I'm not against it. For me, I'm not against what is happening in Chelsea. Like somebody's talking about Fofana. Me and you know very well, Fofana is a good player.
Try to conclude. We have 10 minutes to go here. I have to conclude.
So for me, what I'm trying to say that I am not saying, if you watch me from the moment I joined here, I am not being against not playing academy. I'm saying if we see anyone that is ready to put, we are going to put you, but not to put you for you to hang. We don't want anybody to hang. We want to.
I got your point, but nobody really is asking for everything to be handled to them. What people ask mostly is to give them equal opportunity to fight. You don't fight from the bench. You don't fight for 5 minutes. You fight because you have an equal opportunity. And until you try, don't assume all the time that it's going to fail just because it didn't work out for somebody else or other teams are not doing it. Look at Liverpool, look at City, because those are examples that people are giving. But we, Chelsea, we are better than them because we have the best academy in the world where we collect all the wonder kids in the world. So it is completely different story here. City got money. They are owned by a country now. Chelsea now got investment fund. Those are people's money. They want something in return. Therefore, they have to build for long term, buy potential, develop them, and save a lot of money in the future. So it's not going to be an easy process for many Chelsea fans who are used to look at City, look at Liverpool. We have so many of youngsters. We have to buy. Because you can insult people online 24/7. It's not going to change anything. This is the way Chelsea is going to be from now on. And kids now can see the pattern. Under Lampard, he promoted 11 academy products. The following year, after Thomas Tuchel took over, we sold 11 academy products. They wanted to go. Everybody that signed under Lampard in the academy level, they just want it out because you don't see where your chance is going to come from. Now, with the new regime, new system, they can see hope now that, I'm going to work hard, I'm going to fight, I'm going to be given a chance one day. We're not saying that all of them are going to make it. Many of them are going to flop. Many of them, they are level, probably the championship level. You never know, but you have to try. You have to give me equal chance to try. That's what we are looking for here. And we are sick and tired of in the community where you are from college, you just graduated, you go look for a job, people are telling you, You don't have experience. You know, give me your CV. I don't have any CV. My CV is empty. I have nothing. How do you expect me to have an experience without giving me a chance? And in football, it's about giving a chance and allowing people to make mistakes and learn from them. Mr. King, your last word.
Yeah, bro. You people have been saying if they fail. Did you know that none of our academic players has ever failed?
I don't know about that, but yeah, some of them are
None of them have ever failed. There is no chance for them to prove themselves. They have never failed. Like Bellingham has never failed for one day on the pitch.
Yeah,
he has never failed.
Yeah, he was getting man of the match after man of the match, but they are apparently
against
not good
Liverpool,
enough.
not against Brighton, against Liverpool, not against Fulham. Liverpool. He got man of the match. If Gilbimo played 5 matches, he has like 3 or 2 man of the matches. Like, what are you saying? Gilbimo is that boy is too good. He's too good. No chance, nothing. And the decision made me to hate Tuchel. The decision, it broke me down. Because this man hasn't failed for one day. Then why did you hate him? They just hate him. They hated him for nothing. They kept him on the bench every day. The season started without a shirt number. Can you imagine? No shirt number for Bellingham.
No even shirt number for even Ampadu. Yeah, I completely understand. Okay, brother.
Can you imagine?
Okay, brother. So I have a few minutes here to conclude my show and read some more comment. What you have to say about? Let's finish by Nkunku. Are you confident about Nkunku at Chelsea Football Club?
Yeah, sure. I love the deal because this is exactly what I wanted from Ireland. I wanted them to pay ahead and wait for a season. I told you this.
I remember that. Yeah.
But
you had to pay money and wait. But back then it was so complicated, the deal for Haaland. I think we rushed really a lot when it comes to Lukaku. Like, we just speed things up very, very quickly. We went to get him, gave him ridiculous salary at Chelsea Football Club. Instead of like taking your time. Sometimes you have to take your time and say, you know what? If this target is not working now, let me just take a break, okay? Just relax. Give Tammy Abraham 1 more year. Develop somebody from the academy or somewhere. And then let's wait until next season because you can't really rush everything. When you rush things up, sometimes you hit the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And this is how football should be. When you have a very good striker or a very good midfielder, like when we had Lampard, if you have someone like Lampard in your midfield, you will bring up someone from academy for Lampard to tutor, from Lampard to just teach this man. So after you will take over.
Yeah.
This is football. Not you going to spend 50 million, 80 million on who will replace Lampard. No. You will keep someone beside Lampard. Learn from him.
Yeah, you can learn. Okay, brother, thank you so much for helping. I'm going to have to